Okay, so in this video we're going to show you how to install Ubuntu Server. Now for this particular course, Ubuntu Server is only going to be used when we're talking about Debian package management. So if you prefer just normal Debian, or you use Linux Mint or Ubuntu Desktop or something like that, you can use that as well, because all it's being used for is to demonstrate Debian package management. Now, when we're downloading a server, we want to download the long-term support edition, which gives us support until April 2019. Usually when you install a server, you want the longer support. There is one here that only has 9 months worth of support, but for servers, I really think that for servers you want to have the maximum amount of support, because it's not something you want to reinstall all the time. It's something you want to have running and just have it keep running. So you want the long-term support. Now I've already downloaded it, but if you want it, you can go to ubuntu.com/download/server, or you can just go to ubuntu.com and go to the download menu and click server. So I'm just going to full screen out of this virtual machine and go into my Oracle virtual box, and we want to create a new virtual machine, and I'm going to call it Ubuntu Server, and I'm going to change it from Ubuntu to other Linux. I'm going to give it 1024 megabytes of RAM. I'm going to leave that the default, leave that the default, leave that the default. I'm going to give it 30 gigabytes. We're not going to use anywhere near that. Okay, and it's created it. Now again, we want to edit the settings. So in the storage, we go to the CD drive, and we want to give it the Ubuntu Server image. In the network, I want to make it bridged. Click OK, and then I just want to start the virtual machine, and I will full screen it. Okay, so I want to choose English. I want to install Ubuntu Server. Okay, so we're going to choose English, United States. I'm going to say no to auto detect, and I'm just going to choose US English, US, and then let it go through and detect all the hardware settings. Rather than have you watch this go through everything, what I might do is just pause it for you. Okay, so then it will ask you for your hostname. I'm going to call it Ubuntu Server. Now it's asking me for a name for the user. So I'm going to call it training, the same as the CentOS system. Username will be training, the same as the CentOS system. It's asking for a password. I'm just going to use password, same as the CentOS. It wants to know whether we want to encrypt our home directory. I'm going to say no. So far, as you can see, I'm just pretty much accepting the defaults, which is fine in most cases. Okay, so it's automatically detected that I'm in Australia, Queensland. So yes, that's correct. And for the partitions, I'm just going to use the default LVM. Select the drive. Now in here, we need to change it over to yes, so it writes the changes to the disk. Just select the whole disk. And over here, we need to change it to yes to write it. And I'm pretty sure now it's going to be doing a lot of installing, so I'm going to pause it again so you don't have to sit here and watch it. So it's paused. Okay, so now it's asking about a proxy. So no, I don't have a proxy. And I'm just going to pause this again for you. Okay, so now it's asking whether I want to do automatic updates. So I'm just going to say no automatic updates. And it's asking what software we want to install. So I'm going to press space to select Open SSH Server, and that is so we can SSH in from our CentOS box, which is our main system in this course. And that's really the main way that you would actually administer a system in the real world. You wouldn't go to the physical keyboard and mouse and look after it. You'd log into it remotely. And that's the only package that I want to select. So I'm going to press the tab key and then press enter to continue. And looks like it may take a little bit, so I'll pause this for you. Okay, so now it's asking whether we want to install the Grub bootloader to the hard drive. Yes, we do. And now it's asking us to remove the installation media. We can just click continue. And the system will reboot. You can see that we've got this Grub boot menu. And you can see we just get this text login now. So I'm going to log in with the training user, and I'm just going to do IP address show, and we can see that it's IP address .6. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is get out of full screen on that. And click into our CentOS machine. And what we can do from the shell is we can just, because we are already training, we can just go SSH 192.168.0.6. Just say yes, we want to accept the key. And now you can see that we are logging into this machine across the network, and it's telling us that there's 107 packages that can be updated, and there are 61 updates, security updates. So if we go app-get space update, that will, we need to run it as sudo. What that will do is it'll go out to the internet and just pull down the latest repository information, just to make sure that we have all the latest package database. So when it asks for files, it's going to get the latest files. Okay, so now it's updated that. We're going to go sudo apt-get space upgrade. And what that does is it lists all the packages that it needs to upgrade. And we just say yes, we want to download it. And it will go off to the internet and it will download all of the update files. But you obviously don't want to sit here and watch that, so I will pause it. Okay, so now you can see that the update is complete, and that's really all we need to do for installing this system. So I'm just going to exit out, and you can see that the connection's closed, and I'm back on the CentOS system. And I will end the recording there.